Coming up now on Animal Outtakes, as our 9th year of production comes to a close, we take a look back at some of the most memorable stories we've covered on Animal Outtakes. Inspiring accounts of perseverance and patience. The people and animals who motivate us all to do something good. Plus, we offer some advice to those who are looking to board their pets this summer vacation. Some tips to help you find a peace of mind during your trip away. This and much more straight ahead on Animal Outtakes. I always knew I wanted to make a difference in the lives of animals, and for me, dogs were it. Dogs have always brought joy to my life, and I wanted to provide a safe haven for them. Donte's Den is so much more. We offer lifetime care, and this is so important that you pre-plan for your pet in case of any demise that you might have. We have the Semper Paw program for the military and the first responders, and we do have a number of dogs here that are waiting for their owners to come back. But moreover, what we see here at Donte's Den is some very difficult cases that people bring to us. My dog is aggressive. My dog can't hear. My dog doesn't listen, period. I have trouble with my dog. My dog only likes pets, doesn't like humans, or vice versa. And after listening to the owners, we put our heads together here and we come up with a plan for these dogs to turn around and have a marvelous life. Because trust me, somewhere in the depths of their soul, they know that things don't always go right. They don't always understand, why don't I like that dog? Or why don't I like that human? And I really wish I could be better, but I don't know how to do it. So when we're here at Donte's Den, we evaluate the dogs. We work with them every day. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer than others. There's no guarantees, of course, but we're so proud of our track record. We normally have dogs up here for about a month. The owners come, they interact, and by the 2nd or 3rd week, they're saying, what have you done with my dog? I can't believe that my dog is just so well behaved and understanding of what he should do. We've had some hardship cases. We've had dogs that are missing a limb. And of course, there's our dear Neo, who showed us what it was like not to be able to hear, but to be such a companion to us, actually, and to play and to have a wonderful time watching our hands. So you see, Donte's Den is much more than just a place that you could surrender your dog. And by the way, we would love to help you train your dog rather than to surrender a problem, where you can board your dog and you can go away and have peace of mind, and we'll take care of them. We might even teach them a few little tricks, and we may teach them how to swim. From Donte's Den Foundation came the concept of a TV show called Animal Outtakes. It's a way for me to spread my message about this wonderful foundation here in Mayaca, and a way to bring you stories that need to be heard. This show has given us a chance to showcase some unique and interesting animals and tell their story.
That they are no different than the dogs and cats that we share our homes with. We have so many people that come and say, well, I've never interacted with a pig before, or a goat, or a chicken, and just to see that they roll over and want belly rubs, it's amazing. So just also giving that opportunity to the community to raise awareness in ways that we can, just a small sliver of making a change.
It can be very disheartening to see all the trash at times, like especially after a holiday. It's when you find the most. Sometimes there'll just be piles and piles of trash out there. It's very disheartening and sad, and sometimes it feels like no matter what you do, it won't stop. But I just do what I can. It definitely makes a difference for like the individual animals, and I know some people really only think about the big picture, but the little picture matters too. Like even like if that one bottle cap would have kept a sea turtle from dying, then it's all worth it for me.
This is Amos. Famous Amos.
When people come here, as you point out, you're now talking about conservation and you're talking about education, which certainly all of us need about these exotics. But what do you hope that they take away other than the basic education you teach them?
They take away something in their heart that makes them want to delve deeper into conservation and find out what they can do to help whatever species, whether it's a lizard or a big cat or an elephant. They all need help. And if we can get more people interested in doing that little bit of soul searching and putting their heart into it, the world is going to be better.
So some of these horses are in their 20s, some of them are in their teens. We got a variety of horses out here, but most of what they are is post-traumatic stress disorder, sadly. In this group, we have some very, very tough horses in this group. You go on faith, you go on the greater of good, just do your part and open up to the universe and pray that what will come, and it does. You know, always do your best that you can do, and don't ever doubt. Negative energy is not a good thing. Positive. My glass is always half full. I'm Patty positive.
I think anyone can be a steward for the birds, and it's something as simple as just thinking, okay, am I impacting the birds in some way? We love going to the beach and we love spending time at the beach, you know, and it's thinking about, okay, if I walk into that flock of birds, am I disrupting them? You know, if I have my dog out, you know, should I bring them away from the birds? Things like that, you know, just simple ways that you think, can I help the birds in some small way? If you know that there's a place where sandhill cranes frequent, you can slow down a little bit and check both ways before proceeding, just to make sure that you don't accidentally hit one that darts into the road. Just little ways to keep the birds in mind. It's easy to do once you start thinking about our feathered friends.
Really highly encourage people to just let wildlife be wild, especially with the key deer, and resist that temptation to feed them, because they will push the limits and come up to you and approach for food. So at that point, just take photographs, be appreciative of the fact that we have these marvelous creatures here, but please don't feed them.
So I think it is incredibly important to get out, to see that these animals are alive, and that's the way that you can connect to them in a really real sense, and care about them in the wild, and care about the planet, and care about what you can do as an individual person to take better care of the planet and make sure that these guys have homes.
So you are having successes?
We are. We've established the way that the oyster reef restoration projects we're doing. We collect oyster shell, rebag it, put it out in there for settlement of the new oyster spat. Millions of eyed larvae settle at a time. And we restored about maybe 20 to 23 acres of oyster reefs. We've seen the seagrass units that we put out go from 16 shoots per unit to 60 shoots per unit in just 3 months. So we know we have the techniques down that we can help to restore. Now we have to time it right so that, you know, we can do that during this, and at the same time we're stopping the pollution of the habitat. And I think we're going to see some success. We're already seeing success, but of course we want to see a lot more. And we want it to get back to the way when I grew up here in this area, how nice it was. And I think we can do that. I really have hope for the future.
Children and adults alike. You need to teach them the healthy respect that all of us get when we're around these animals.
Right.
But what do you hope that they take away from their experience here?
There's actually several things. First of all, that wild exotic animals don't really make pets. That's not something you do on the spur of the moment. There's some people that are just able to deal with things, and other people that shouldn't have any business having these type animals. So that's one thing, and that's a part of learning the respect of the animals. Also, we have to start protecting the animals and the environment more. We're in the middle of having a climate change crisis, and a lot of it is slashing and burning of the rainforest. The rainforest provides oxygen, cleans the earth. We're slashing and burning. We're making our own problems, and it's not just a problem for us, it's a problem for the animals. Several of the species are just disappearing left and right. I heard it one time, and I have no idea who said it, but the only species that would benefit the earth by leaving it is humans. That simple.
Yeah, we have a way of, we're good for the animals, but we can destroy at the same time.
We can be good. We need to be better.
I'd like to think that in the time that you have been involved, that rehabilitation is being accepted by most humans now, and they're paying attention.
Yes.
You know, it's not we're going to leave this, or you know, as we have said earlier in this interview, why should we bother?
Right.
You need to bother.
Right, absolutely. And it's not just because of the love for wildlife. It's the role that they all play in the environment and the importance of the environment in our daily lives, whether we're aware of it or not. Each of these animals play a role in our existence as well. So it's all really intertwined, and we should care. You know, if there's going to be a disease or a virus in the community, most of the time you're going to see it in your wildlife first. So wildlife rehabilitators play a role, and different research centers will call us and want the data that we can provide to be able to know where these problems are, to be able to help before it becomes a major problem.
I think it's all about making connections and really building that rapport with families and with kids and with teachers, and being able to experience something in a positive way, so that way we can really make a difference in the way kids feel about school and about things in their own community.
I helped the earth.
How does that make you feel?
Happy. Our environment can't have a lot of trash on the ground, and it's not good. So we need to help our earth so we can stay safe on it.
It is estimated that there were around 8,000 animals, but we've lost over 10% of their population just in the last 2 years due to this mortality event. It is bad. There are things that people can do to help, though. There are planting projects in the Indian River Lagoon right now. Many different organizations are working together to plant seagrasses and put out clams, and clams actually filter the water. Manatees play a significant role in the ecosystem of Florida. Manatees are also federally protected, so we are bound by the law to protect them. But personally, it's because a lot of us love them and they deserve to be protected.
As affluent as we are, you know, we are their stewards, and if we're not able to take care of these animals, then, you know, shame on us, because it's also a reflection on who we are as people. You know, I'm practically 70 years old. I'm a native Floridian, and to sort of have watched what has happened here over the course of my lifetime is, in many respects, very, very sad. But the important thing is we can do something about it.
We want to give them a quality of life, so they're not just stuck in a cage all the time, that they do have people caring for them. Make sure that they have the environment that they need, the food that they need, the temperature that they need to be at, and that they have someone that's caring for them and talking to them and touching them and interacting with them, and that they have toys to play with, and, you know, that they have actually a quality of life.
So we actually have 3 manatees here today in care, and we want to make sure that we can provide natural food for them rather than lettuce from the store. We're providing seagrass, which is actually American eelgrass shed from one of our largest projects up in Crystal River. So in the wintertime, we lose about 80% of its biomass, and we're able to collect that and bring it down here for the manatees to eat.
It's definitely a passion project. Not everybody is quite as lucky as we are to have a job that is so fulfilling. Just being able to get outside and seeing the world around you, being involved in your community and seeing the effects that we as people have. There's negative effects, there's positive effects, and just being able to be a part of that positive impact around you and in the environment. Not everybody gets to grow up and do this, but there's always volunteer opportunities. There are plenty of opportunities to impact your community and the environment around you in positive ways.
We've also spent time through the years highlighting our mission here at Donte's Den. Hundreds of Donte's dogs have been adopted since our inception. But there are some who need constant care and will stay here at our sanctuary forever. Like Sunny.
Sunny is a blue-nosed pit bull, which is the epitome of that breed. A pit bull terrier, properly trained, is kind and caring, intelligent, loving, playful, and faithful. Sunny is all of that absent of properly trained. She was used as a bait dog and came to Donte's very ill with heartworm, which has been treated. Yet, Sunny has lost her spirit. She is fearful and does not want to be around other dogs, but she craves human attention. And we take special care to give her that every day.
Newman is a very handsome hound mix who was found running wild in DeSoto County. No one claimed him, which meant he was now on death row. We took him, and we thought he would easily be adopted. That was until we discovered that he has a very serious heart murmur. He's now about 5 years old, and it's very difficult to find someone to adopt a dog with a heart condition that may well be expensive to treat or will turn terminal. But right now, he is extremely happy. By now, I think you could see we believe. Every dog deserves a lifelong, loving home. Donte's Den provides a pristine, comfortable haven for dogs that have been abandoned or surrendered by their owners. We ensure every pup in our Joyful Dogs adoption program receives lots of love and attention, is properly immunized, spayed or neutered, and is in good health. Prospective pet parents undergo a thorough adoption review to ensure a lifetime of love and care. If you are interested in welcoming any of these amazing animals into your home, please contact us for more information. Stick around, there's much more Animal Outtakes coming up after the break. It can often be an underappreciated profession. To be a kennel tech takes more than just an affinity for dogs. Here at Donte's Den Foundation, it's a labor of love to care for these four-legged friends. From bathing, to cleaning, to giving special attention, the responsibilities of a kennel tech are many. A tech's main job description is to oversee the animals and dens here at Donte's. You often work alongside veterinarians and veterinarian technicians to help care for the animal's health. Workers also have good physical stamina and have to lift heavy loads on a regular basis.
So all of our kennel techs that we have here at Donte's, they love dogs. I think there's only one or two people that don't have 4 or more dogs at home on their own. And you have to be very active, right? So everybody here helps clean, helps walk, helps take care of every single dog in every single area.
A genuine love for dogs of all shapes and sizes is a must. And that's because techs do more than just cleaning and disinfecting the kennels. They learn animal care and behavior traits with on-the-job training, something that happens almost every day. Each animal has unique personality traits that require technicians to be patient and flexible. Adapting to an animal's changing behavior is one of the keys to success. And of course, the kennel techs are encouraged to go into the dens and be with the dogs, cuddling them, talking to them, even sometimes reading to them. Here at Donte's, a kennel tech works each day to make it the best place to be a dog.
It's not a glamorous job, but we have a lot of fun with it because it's about the dogs. That's why we're all here.
To learn more about job opportunities and the training programs offered here at Donte's Den Foundation, log on to dontesden.org. We'll be right back. At Donte's Den Foundation in Myakka, we offer a safe and secure boarding option for your dog. But if you're not in the area and need some advice, here's what we suggest. You may just be getting back to traveling after the past few years, and you're looking for somewhere to keep your furry family member. At Donte's Den Foundation in Myakka, we offer a safe and secure boarding option for your dog or cat. But if you're not in the area and need some advice, here's what we suggest. We recommend you tour the potential facility and watch how kennel techs and employees interact with the dogs. Trust your instincts. You want to make sure it's a safe location and that it smells clean and the temperature is controlled. Make sure someone is on site 24 hours a day. You never know what could happen. Look to see if there's proper ventilation in the building and find out what their emergency procedures are in the event of a fire or natural disaster. See if there are immunization requirements and whether flea and tick screenings are done upon arrival. Once you pick your place, make sure you provide a comprehensive list of the medications your pet may take and what allergies exist, if any. Also, make sure you communicate your wishes for your dog or cat in case of a medical emergency. You can find out if the staff are certified in first aid and what emergency vet you would prefer if needed. We know it can be hard to leave your beloved pet when you go out of town, so taking the time to research a proper facility will make a big difference for both you and your four-legged friend. Stay with us. There's more Animal Outtakes coming up next.
Animal Outtakes is produced by Donte's Den Foundation, a nonprofit group dedicated to creating the best life for dogs. If you would like to learn more about Donte's Den, donate, or volunteer, visit our website, dontesden.org.
We hope you had fun and learned a thing or two along the way. We'll be back here again next week with even more animals and some wild adventures. Until then, thanks for watching. But you know, we not only have Abby here, who loves me. What can you say? She's.
Where are you going?
Oh God!
Marcia, you're just a bird magnet.
I love you.
You have to edit it. Try not to laugh. 1, 2, 3, and.
Yeah, just a moment.
Just give you the bag.
That's probably not a good idea.
Marina.
Now,
Marina. Oh, easy.
Marina, good job.
They're in my shoes.
We probably should have done this.
Where are your manners? I'm used to doggies with manners. Come here. Well, he's going to take the leg of the tripod. Milo, don't get me dirty now. He's like...